What's up guys, it's Will here from W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 Kia Soul LX. Okay guys, before we start, I have to give a huge thanks to Pablo and Malik here at Regal Kia in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. From sales all the way to management, this staff here is extremely kind and knowledgeable, so if you're in the Florida area looking for a new vehicle, I definitely check these guys out and ask for Malik or Pablo. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Kia released the Soul in 2008, and this is the third generation of the Soul. I was surprised by that. I never really thought that they changed the platform. It's always kind of looked the same. It always kept that boxy design, but this is the third generation, and this is the 2022 version. So this is a complete redesign. It has the all-new badge and a different overall front end, but we'll get into that in a second. So, similar to the Toyota Prius, this vehicle has sort of an inconsistent reputation. People either really love this car or people really hate this car. Personally, I never really had a negative opinion on it because I understand it to be a very affordable way for people to get into a vehicle with a decent amount of space. But speaking of affordable, this vehicle no longer comes with a manual transmission. So the only way you're going to get into the new 2022 Kia Soul is with a CVT. So a lot of people would probably never even consider the manual transmission as an option for this vehicle. But for the people that would, it's unfortunate that now you have to pay a little bit more to get the car with a CVT. But anyway, coming right in and starting this review, you're going to notice that you have two sets of lights over here. So these are your low beam and high beam headlights. It's pretty cool overall design. A lot of manufacturers are starting to put their lights below where their fog lights used to be. But as you see up front, no Kia logo. The Kia Soul used to have a nice Kia badge over here, but this one does not. It doesn't even have the new style Kia badge. But as you can see, this vehicle has a beautiful pearl white metallic paint color, and this is an option. It's one of the only options on this car, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. And I like this little black panel. It's completely solid. You can't have any airflow going through it, but not a big deal, because as you come down over here, you can see that you got quite a bit of airflow over here. This leads to your radiator, and yes, this is a radiator because this vehicle has the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which makes about 147 horsepower. But never mind on that, guys. You can continue over here. Let's check out these wheels. So these wheels are steel rims, unfortunately, but that's kind of expected for the entry-level Kia Soul. The center cap does have the new Kia logo, and this vehicle does have 16-inch rims. They're going to be wrapped in 205/60 R16 Hankook Kinergy tires. So it's nice that they gave you 205s. I know a lot of vehicles in the segment are going to have much skinnier wheels, so this vehicle should be pretty planted on the road. But continuing along over here, I like this little stripe that they give you as well. A lot of you guys may not want that stripe, but it does add to the styling on this vehicle. So coming over here to the mirrors, you don't get any blind spot monitoring on this base trim, but the glass does fill up the mirror pretty well, so you should have pretty good visibility of your blind spots. This vehicle does not have smart access. It doesn't have a proximity key either. I'll show you guys the key right now. It's just the old school switchblade key, just like this. But anyway, you come along back over here, of course, no smart access back here either, but you don't even get a push to open gas cap. But I'll show you guys where the latch is inside. But let's check out this window sticker over here. So of course, this vehicle, it's a snow white pearl paint. It's going to come with your 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with your CVT transmission. So you can check out, you can pause all this and see all the standard equipment. You do get an 8-inch touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. That's nice. You get USBs all over the car. And as far as optional equipment, you're going to have just the paint and the floor mats. So base price is going to be sitting around $19,190. You're going to have about $470 in options, $480 in options. And after the $1,175 destination charge, you're gonna be sitting around almost $21,000. Still a great overall value, guys. With a base price of $19,100, you are getting quite a bit with this subcompact SUV. You can come back over here, check out the rear end. I like these little LED taillights. I like how the design comes all the way through over here with your third brake light up here. But there you have it, guys. Here's your rear end. You do get your new style Kia badge back here. But let's take a step back. You guys can check it out, and let's start this 2022 Kia Soul up and hear how this 2-liter 4-cylinder sounds. All right, guys, so that was your 2-liter 4-cylinder sold by Kia. Unfortunately, we have a 2,000 RPM rev limiter. That's kind of lame, but let's check out this motor. Very easy latch to open, and surprisingly, you do get struts. Definitely a thumbs up for Kia for that. I was not expecting this vehicle to come with struts. And so here you have it, guys, your 16-valve 4-cylinder. It is pushed towards the left, so not a big deal that the battery's on the driver's side, of course. but a lot of empty space, probably a very easy vehicle to work on, but pretty straightforward, guys. You do have a support connected through your strut tower, so it should have pretty tight overall handling. But check it out, there you have it. Let's shut this hood, take a step back, and let's check out the interior on this 2022 Kia Soul LX. So as you step inside, of course, you don't have a proximity key, and that air conditioning is booming right now. So let's turn it down a couple notches and let's check out this door panel. So you're not gonna have any soft touch up top, but there is some good graining material up here nevertheless. I like this aluminum door handle. It's very high quality with a nice aluminum trim around it. But coming down here, you're gonna have a very soft little area for your elbow with very good storage over here. Actually, it's not storage, it just comes right out. Right here, it's more of just a grab handle. But over here, you do get power one touch for the driver, and it's not power one touch on the way back up, but it is on the way down. The other windows are not gonna be power one touch at all, but it's nice they give you one touch down for the driver. You got your four-way adjustable mirrors over there as well too. But beneath that, you're gonna have pretty good storage capability. You can easily fit a 12-ounce bottle over here with some snacks on the side. You got your speaker right here. But let's check out these seats. These are extremely comfortable, very soft cloth seats. And over here, it is pretty supportive. So overall seat, very impressive. I was definitely impressed when I sat in this car originally. But let's take a seat in here again. And as I said before, here's your gas release right there. But let's turn down the air one more notch. But there you guys go. First thing you notice is the steering wheel. It's not leather wrapped steering wheel, but it's still pretty good thickness. You got decent 9-3 slot over here. No paddle shifters, that's kind of expected. Pretty good 10 and 2 notch over here, so your 10 and 2 positioning is pretty good. No flat bottom, not really expected. And a pretty good little high quality area over here for your horn. Let's just take a listen to the horn. Not a very aggressive horn, but you don't really expect this car. They kind of used, what did they use, chipmunks to market this car when it first came out. So I guess I wouldn't expect the horn to be very aggressive. But behind that, you're still gonna have some very nice feeling Kia turn signals. So it keeps the vehicle feeling very high quality. But what this vehicle is all about when it comes to interior, it's gonna be this 8-inch touchscreen. So it comes standard on this Kia Soul LX. So you're gonna have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but let's check out the home screen. So you can see your media, you could always connect your Apple CarPlay. We can see what else we got. So you get your phone settings, media settings, user manual. Let's check out over here. But there you have it, guys. It's basically just a straightforward infotainment setup. You can use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can just control your media settings through your touchscreen, and you can set up your vehicle right here. So you can set up your sound, you can add bass, add treble, set up your Wi-Fi hotspot. It's nice they offer you that. Set up your devices. You can change your display too. So general settings, let's see what the general settings are. So I'm not going to get into any of these. You got the software settings, date and time, language, keyboard, media options, and etc. But it's nice they gave you the 8-inch touchscreen. Nevertheless, what else is impressive is this dashboard is soft touch plastic. I was not expecting the dashboard to be soft touch. Up here, it's going to be hard touch plastic, but the rest of the dashboard is soft touch. That's very impressive. No power dimming mirror, but you can of course dim the mirror by pulling back and forth. But pretty good overall. You don't get automatic climate. You don't really expect that with a base option. I personally use manual climate even in vehicles with auto climate, so I'm not going to give anybody a negative for that. But down here you got your USB port, and you got two 12-volt outlets, so you can have two radar detectors plugged in at the same time. That's pretty interesting. But nevertheless, here you have your shifter for your CVT transmission. So over here you also got a drive mode select. It's nice they gave you that. It only has normal and sport, but we'll check both modes out. So I already tried it out. The sport definitely tightens up the steering a little bit, but we'll see how it is on the road. Behind that, you got your cup holders over here. They are rubberized. Nice they gave you that. And your real e-brake. It's nice they gave you that too. A lot of manufacturers are going with the electronic parking brake. But as far as armrest over here, very soft, very nice leather wrapped armrest. And coming in here, extremely deep. You can easily fit 5 or 6 bottles in here, 12-ounce bottles with no problem at all. Very impressive depth and size for the center console. But other than that, guys, over here you can turn off your start stop, you can turn off your traction control, you can make your display brighter or dimmer. And speaking of display, let's check it out. So you got a pretty high revving 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It goes to about 6,800 RPM with a 160 mile an hour analog speedometer. You also get a digital display. Let's see what you get with this digital display. So you can see your fuel economy, you get a digital speedo, you can see your drive info and your accumulator info. You also get your tire pressure information. You can only see that while you're driving. You get your user settings, door settings, lights, sound, convenience, and overall service. But I'm gonna leave it in the digital speedo. That's probably my favorite setting. But that's about it for the front seat, guys. You can check out the glove box. It is damp. You can fit probably 8 to 10 license plates. I'm very impressed with the quality over here. I wasn't expecting the materials to be as high quality as they are. So I was initially scratching my head. I was kind of hoping that this car was closer to like the $17,000 range, but I could see exactly why it's priced closer to 19, because the materials are really not that bad. Pretty impressive car overall. But let's hop out in the back seat, see how good the quality of the materials are back there, and see how the overall space is sitting behind my seat setting. All right, guys, so stepping in the back seat of the 2022 Kia Soul LX. Of course, you're not going to have any soft touch materials on the door panel over here, but it's nice they gave you a very soft padded armrest similar to the front seat. So so the areas where you're going to want the materials to be high quality, they are going to give you the high quality materials. Pretty good storage over here, no pass through, and you can fit probably a 12-ounce bottle over here with no problem. Another aluminum door handle, very high quality with a little aluminum area over here. Very impressive overall. As far as seats, just regular cloth seats. The seats do go out all the way to the door frame, so it's going to be pretty comfortable overall. Let's check out the space behind my seat setting. So I'm 6 feet tall, sitting behind myself. My legs are starting to touch, but I'm still pretty comfortable considering I'm in a very subcompact SUV right now. My headroom, I have plenty of headroom. I got at least 2 or 3 inches of headspace. That's thanks to this vehicle's boxy design. But no air vents back here. That's to be expected. But overall space, definitely doable for 4 to 5 people. Definitely nothing to complain about. Pretty impressive overall. Let's just check out the trunk real quick and then take this car out for a drive. All right, guys, so to get into the trunk, you simply press the button. No power opening, but it is hydraulically assisted, so it lifts up for you pretty easily. But stepping in here, not the most space, but it does go in about a foot, so your stuff's not going to be flying around. And these seats do fall down 60-40 split. So if you need to fit something big back here, you probably can. But pretty impressive overall. Like I said, not the most space, but you can fit just about anything you need, and with pretty easy access too. You do get a little handle over here for shorter people to close the trunk. But let's shut this thing up, take a step back, and let's take this car out for a drive. All right, guys, so now we've just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2022 Kia Soul. Let's take it out for a drive and really see how it performs. So as soon as this traffic clears up, we'll step onto this little highway and check out the acceleration. But here we go. So on the gas about halfway, it does pick up pretty decently. We do have a red light coming up right here, unfortunately, but that just means we can see how this vehicle accelerates off the line. Boom. Okay. Wow. Pretty impressive off the line. And as the revs go up, you do have pretty solid overall pull. So it's not going to be mind-blowingly quick, but it gets to 60 pretty quickly. That was probably quicker than 8 seconds. Pretty impressive overall. And the CVT transmission does have ratios, so it's going to be pretty good overall sensation of speed. It's not going to be like one of the old school CVTs where once you're up in the revs, you're just going to be staying there. It's not like that at all. It's pretty impressive overall. But once we cross these train tracks over here, we're going to have a little bit of a curvy road. So let's just put this car into sport and see how it'll perform. And immediately the steering definitely stiffens up. You can notice it literally immediately. All right, stepping out on here. So in sport mode, the CVT does get a little bit more sensitive, but it's not that noticeable. And let's check it out over these train tracks. Pretty smooth overall, but let's step in the gas about halfway. Pretty decent overall pull, pretty impressive. And we got a pretty tight turn over here. You can feel it through the steering. That sport mode definitely works. But throwing it in, not a lot of body roll, very impressive. And you do get pretty good steering feel and dartiness with this steering rack. And the CVT is definitely ready to go in sport mode too. Yeah, this is pretty fun overall. I'm pretty impressed. But okay, on the gas. There it is. Okay, this thing can move a little bit. Pretty impressive. But we got a guy in front of us. Oh, he's making a left, so we got a little bit of acceleration. Half throttle. Pretty good pull, around 3,500, 4,000 RPM. Definitely doable acceleration, guys. I used to think this thing was a slouch, but with this 2-liter 4-cylinder as a standard engine with almost 150 horsepower, this car can really move. Remember, this car only weighs, well, this SUV, it is considered an SUV, but it weighs only 2,800 pounds. So that's very light for an SUV. So with almost 150 horsepower, it's a pretty solid power to weight ratio. And the CVT here, it doesn't hold the car back because it is tuned pretty well and it does have ratios. But over here on the brakes, throwing it in, guys, this steering is really not bad. Very impressive. And half throttle and we're out. Okay, we're gonna exit this turn aggressively, and we're gonna hit the turn aggressively too. in the turn, stays flat, super impressive, and we're out. Boom, guys. Pretty impressive. I can't say that I'm not impressed. But overall, this car, it's definitely a good bang for your buck vehicle. It has very good space. You can see 5 people pretty comfortably. Let's step out on this road and just see one more little turn, because we got a pretty tight one coming up. Let's gain some speed. And guys, yeah, this thing has very good pull towards the mid RPM range. Throwing it in, and the steering is very responsive. I never drove one of the older Kia Souls, so I can't speak on whether they improved the steering or not. But just going off my first impressions, it's super on center. There's like really little play, and I've driven some vehicles with very good steering. The Camaro LT1 has fantastic steering. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio, fantastic steering. And this car, it's almost at that level. I'm not going to compare it to those cars completely, but it is very impressive all around. But let's turn around over here. We got my man eating lunch over there. But coming back onto this road, just slight acceleration, you can get to speed very effortlessly, barely taking the car over 2,000 RPM. Very good torque delivery in this car. I like naturally aspirated engines for that reason. Obviously, turbocharged engines also have very good torque down low, but it does have some lag with turbocharged cars. So with this naturally aspirated setup, you don't have lag. So as soon as you want the power, you have it. You just may not have as much of it as you would with the turbocharged models. But I hope you guys get the point of how this vehicle performs in sport mode. It's very surprisingly impressive. We'll throw it back into normal mode, and you immediately feel the steering get lighter. There's barely any delay. I haven't felt the system respond this well to the drive mode select in quite a while. It's literally as soon as you press the button, you can feel the difference. But all in all, I'm very impressed with the 2022 Kia Soul. It drives very nicely. It's very quiet in the interior. You don't hear much road noise. You don't hear much wind noise. The handling is very good. Even in normal mode, where the steering does lighten up compared to sport, it's still a very good handling SUV. It's pretty fun to drive with this 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. It's a good match for this body. You can expect 0 to 60 to be around 8 seconds, give or take, depending on how good your launch is, and you can expect to get around 30 miles per gallon. So for a car that's under 20,000 bucks for a base price, a car that you can fit just about anything you would need to fit in here, while still having pretty fun overall car, it's pretty good value, guys. And a lot of people really love this car's styling. There's a pretty decent fan base for this car, so I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a good value, spacious vehicle. So thank you so much to Regal Kia for making this review possible. Great group of guys. They always help me out when it comes to reviews. I'm beyond grateful for them. So if you're in the Florida area looking for a new car, I would definitely check these guys out. But that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really had a great time making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed making it. Please subscribe if you're new. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. You know, the channel would just not be possible without the subscribers, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted on YouTube now. It's how they get recommended to new people. So please leave a like. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll do one more acceleration run right here. Pretty impressive, guys, as you can see. But that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope all you guys have a great day.